that recording? Huh. Wait, what? Why is that recording? Oh crap, I'm supposed to make a video. Oh my god. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I forgot what day it was. My candle won't light. Okay. Wait a minute. Alright. Sorry, gang. Sorry. Totally forgot what today. Yes, I do lounge around my room in full makeup and a wig. Doesn't everybody do that? Thought I would start something off a little bit differently this time since it's been a while since I posted. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shay. This is Creepy Critiques, and this is going to be the weirdest episode of Creepy Critiques I've done yet so far. We're not really critiquing anything today, unfortunately, because I am woefully unprepared. So I thought I would come on my channel and not only sort of fill you in on some things, but also let you guys know what's gonna go on for the rest of the month of October, hopefully, fingers crossed. If you're joining me for the first time, or if you're joining me for the first time in a few weeks, you know that the last thing I posted was a vlog, or kind of a recap about HHN, an early recap. I've been to HHN quite a lot this year, and I still haven't done the last few houses that I have left, because every time I go, I'm going with people that haven't done certain things, so they want to do the things that they haven't gotten the chance to do yet. But my rankings definitely changed so far for my favorite houses. At the end of the season, hopefully I'll get the chance. I'm supposed to be going at least 2 more times. Hopefully I'll get the chance to do those last 2 houses, and then I can tell you how they rank, and then also redo the one that's currently sitting at the top, which was Insidious. I haven't gotten a chance to redo that one yet. Still nervous about it. But yeah, I've never really sat down and just done something completely unplanned, but here we go. I had a lot of stuff planned, and I made a few community posts about this. If you saw those, great. I'm sure a lot of people didn't see them, but I made a few community posts. It has been a hell of a few weeks, and if you know, you know, but I'm gonna still tell you guys anyways. So originally I made a video, probably the second to last week of September, about Interview with the Vampire, the TV show, not the movie. You can't see it right now because of my lighting, but I do have some Interview with the Vampire posters. I have a postcard and a little poster over here that's all new. Like, this whole setup is new. You see the Lost Boys? Yeah, we're repping. I'm on my vampire bullshit this year, so we're Abigail brought me right back in. But I wanted to do a review of the show because I've been obsessed. I've seen the first 2, watched both seasons repeatedly. Probably know them by heart now. The problem was with that video, and the reason why I did not edit it and I did not post it is because I accidentally said the name of the second actress that plays Claudia's, the second actress that plays Claudia. I said her name wrong. Which is, it was mostly because I was seeing it in my head because her name is Delaney Hales, and I kept saying Delaney Hayes. I kept seeing it without the L for some reason when I was trying to, and I'm on my computer. Simple Google search would have fixed it, but I'm like super stubborn, and I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. So I didn't realize that till after I had recorded it, and I was watching, I think it was like the very next day I started watching an interview with the cast, and I was like, oh, I said her name wrong, I can't post that. So the goal was to re-record said video and then get it up. And the plan was to do that after the week that had come up after that, because I was going to do that after, because that week I was supposed to be going to Halloween Horror Nights pretty much like every single night that it was open. And then that week, Hurricane Helene hit. It didn't really do much to Central Florida, thankfully. But I do have family, friends, and loved ones that were in the affected area, so there was a lot of worry about what was going on there. A lot of stress after that storm had passed. So I was like, I'm gonna redo that video. It gives me a chance to re-record it, edit it, and then upload it. I'll still get it out. I still plan on redoing that video. It'll probably be the next video after this one. I'm gonna re-record it entirely. But yeah, I unfortunately did not get to finish that video because it was stressful. Then I had the plan to do a video. I'm not going to spoil this one. I'll tell you guys about the interview with the vampire one, but I'm not going to spoil this one because I was actually really shocked by this. I had a plan to do a video reviewing something that I had actually found on YouTube that I ended up purchasing and watching the weekend after Halloween, and it blew my mind, and it also was just super relevant for just about everything that's going on in the world right now, and I think it's really important to talk about it. And considering where it came from and everything, it's just crazy how profound but also bonkers this film is, and I really want to share it with you guys. So it's going to be my next video, and I was planning to just gonna try to do it to get it out by the beginning of October, and I was this close. I was getting ready to record it. I had a really rough week physically the week after. I was dealing with some physical health issues. I was kind of a little sick after my multiple trips to Halloween Horror Nights. It's kind of a little sick, like not full on sick, but you know, feeling a little cruddy. So I was like, okay, I'll record it the weekend of last weekend, which right now it is October 12th. I'll record it, you know, the previous weekend, and then I'll have it ready for the following week. I woke up Saturday morning, I get on Threads, Hurricane Milton is on its way. So I was like, well, maybe I could still do things, you know, it's far enough away. They're saying it's not going to be that big of a deal. I woke up Sunday morning, it was already a category like 3. I was like, oh shit. And then we were in the direct path of it. I'm luckily not on the coast, but I did have, again, family and friends that were in the affected areas. Thankfully, everyone that I know that, like, I'm friends with, family, people I love and care about, they're okay. Everyone's safe. No loss of homes, no loss of life. That's great. There's a lot of people who aren't okay right now, especially in my hometown and in the community that my sister lives in. There's a lot of people that aren't okay. There's a lot of people who've lost everything. And it was just a hell of a week last week. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, you're further inland, so you don't really have a lot to worry about. I've lived in Florida my entire life with a brief hiatus in 2022 and 2023. I've been through pretty much every major hurricane you can think of. I lived through the summer of hurricanes, 2004. Everybody always jokes about the summer of hurricanes, whereas back-to-back hurricanes. This was the first time I was actually terrified. And it was a different kind of scares, not the kind of scares I like to talk about on this channel, not the fun, silly, goofy, campy kind of scares. It was genuine fear and genuine terror, not only for myself, but for the people that I love and the community that I love. And a lot of businesses that I used to frequent are gone. A lot of places I used to go to completely wiped out. It's a very dark and sad time. And no matter how you might feel about the state of Florida, and no matter how I might feel about the state of Florida, because I have my feelings, no matter how you might feel about it, it's still sad to see so many people suffering. So I took some time to reflect before Milton. And then after Milton hit Thursday, I was like, I just got to get back in the saddle. I got to start recording stuff again because I have to redirect. I have to get my focus back on my channel. This is spooky month and I haven't posted anything. And I got to redirect my energy back towards being creative and doing the things I love to do because, you know, life is too short and you never know when something terrible is going to happen and just wipe everything away that you've ever worked for. So you might as well just keep doing what you got to do. And I'm not saying that to trivialize what people have gone through. Please don't take that as I'm trying to trivialize it. It just was one of those things for me that I was like, I gotta do what I gotta do. We had a little leak that sprung from the storm, but we were safe here. I'm fortunate that my family was safe. I'm fortunate that homes were safe, that of the people I love. I'm fortunate that all my friends, if they were worried, they evacuated. If they weren't worried and they stayed, that they survived. Their houses had very little damage to them. I'm very fortunate. And then I also want to extend my deepest sympathies towards people who are currently going through all of this loss between Helene and Milton. So I am going to leave a ton of links down below on how you can help, donating money, donating food, donating clothing, and that's to all the affected areas in Florida, in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, even Ohio and Virginia as well. So all those links will be in the description. I am going to donate money to those as well. You know, people are in dire need right now, and my mic went out, so I don't know how much of that actually recorded. But yeah, I'm going to leave a lot of links down in the description for how you can help for Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Ohio, Virginia, and Tennessee as well. A lot of people have lost just everything, and it's just a really, really rough time. And it also, for me, like personally, it's just traumatic to know that so many people that I care about, just watching their communities get destroyed. I feel really bad. And again, me too. I mean, like, this is Hurricane Ian all over again for me in a lot of ways, where I'm watching the footage on Facebook and seeing places I used to go and hang out with my friends, and they're just gone. You know, they're just wiped off the map. And it's just like, Mother Nature is the scariest thing that I think we have to deal with in life. It's so terrifying, and my heart really does go out to everybody that's been affected by this. And I hope that you guys can find some peace, find some enjoyment, some joy as time goes on. And obviously not soon, but hopefully eventually you will be able to rebuild and go forward and just feel better, because this is traumatic for everybody to have that's gone through this. This is traumatic. And I'm not saying that like for myself. I'm just saying like for the people who've gone through this loss, like this is traumatic. And I really, truly hope we can come back from this as communities, as, people, we can come back from this. So needless to say, for the benefit of the channel, yes, there were a lot of delays, and I'm really hoping, knock on wood, that we have no more delays in videos this coming month. I'm hoping I can continue to provide content to you guys, because I have a lot of great things, a lot of things to think of, a lot of things I'm excited for. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about, was just I wanted to kind of jump in and just talk about the hurricanes, because we went through this and it sucked. It sucks for so many people right now, and I just wanted to make it known that that's really why the uploads just stopped for me, like just cold dead stopped. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the next couple of videos I'm going to be doing. I actually have I have 3 videos planned that I'm going to start working on recording this week, hopefully start getting them ready to be put out, hitting the ground running, because we got to finish off spooky season strong. They're not all going to be movie reviews and show reviews. The first thing that I am going to be releasing is my interview with the vampire review. That video, I'm just giving you guys like a heads up, it is going to be a long video, because we're talking about 2 seasons of a TV show. I'm still debating on if I want to break it up and do like 1 season, 1 video, and then another season, another video. But we're talking about 2 seasons of a TV show that I've got to talk about. And I also have so many thoughts, opinions, and theories. I might not get into everything in this video, because I have theories, I have thoughts, I have opinions. I feel like I would need a whole podcast just for my feelings on this one show. Not gonna do that though, because I'm pretty sure like there's enough of those. But I will try to get that video out. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna split it into 2 just to kind of make it a little bit, neater. But that's going to be the next video that I upload. After that, there will be my special little secret video that I'm working on. I'm reviewing a very cool movie that I watched like the beginning of October, which just blew me away, and I thought was such an awesome movie, random awesome movie, and I own it. So I own it now because I had to pay for it to watch it just so I could see what it was all about. After that, I do have a few other horror movie reviews I want to do. Maxine is actually going to be available to be streaming soon. I believe it's on Netflix. So I will be watching Maxine finally, and then I can do my full comprehensive review on X, Pearl, and Maxine, which I have been waiting to do. I was supposed to see Maxine back in July, and it ended up kind of getting mixed up and not messed up, but mixed up because I was unable to just get to the theater. This timing was off. There was other stuff going on. And I actually ended up going to visit my parents for a while and then coming back. And it was just kind of I was all thrown off. So I just didn't go see Maxine. But I can finally do my review of all 3 of those movies. I've been waiting to do it all year. And I'm super excited because I do love Pearl and X. I'm just going to tell you guys right off the bat, those are 2 of my favorite movies of the 2020s right now. I think Pearl is literally the top. That is the top movie. I love it so much. So I'm really excited to see see what comes, what comes next with Maxine. I've heard mixed reviews, but I'm still excited about it. So that's probably going to be one of the next movie reviews I do. I do have a few ideas for, I want to do a little bit of like a Halloween special video, and I have a few ideas for that, but I don't want to reveal them yet because they're not fleshed out enough, and I don't want to like say like, oh, I'm going to do this, but then I'm not going to do that. I do want to make a video about Halloween, which would probably be revisiting my series of Should This Be a Classic? So we're probably going to do that. Yeah, I've got so many ideas just to close out October. And then finally, of course, whenever I do make it to HHN, and it is my last time going to HHN, and I hopefully can get through Triplets of Terror and Slaughter Cinema, because I still haven't done either of those. I can do my full comprehensive review of 2024's year. It's been a weird year for me for Halloween Horror Nights, but it's not been a bad year. It's just been a weird year. But yeah, I'm excited to do that, like my final, we're done, close out the season. And that's pretty much it for the month of October I can think of. After that, it's gonna be going into Christmas time. I might switch gears, and I'm gonna probably still do some reviews of some Christmassy horror projects. There's also a movie that just came out that is a very, very popular horror movie that is currently set during Christmas time, so I might save that review for Christmas time. If you know, he's a friend of ours and a friend of a friend of mine, and he's a friend of yours, you know him, he's a clown, I'm sure you know who it is. And I just watched the first one again last night, so, and I'm waiting for my roommate to watch the second one, because we've been talking about it. We've been waiting for this one to come out so I could watch the second one, so then I could watch the third one. So I'm excited. I don't know when we're going to watch the second one. I'm kind of hoping we watch it tomorrow. It just depends on what her plans are. I'm kind of hoping, I was hoping we'd watch it tonight, but she had to go out tonight. So we'll see. I'm really excited to see the second one though, because I've been hearing about this bedroom scene, and I know it's going to probably turn my stomach, but I'm ready for it. Speaking of the clown, perfect segue, because another thing I'm going to do in this video real quick, just so this video isn't super duper short. I mean, it's already going to be at least a 20-minute video, but I wanted to go over some horror news, talk about some horror stuff, and also kind of talk about a movie that I just watched recently that was very popular. I didn't want to do a whole review on it by itself, because I didn't have a lot to say about it. But anyways, do you like Ice Nine Kills? If you know the reference, you know the reference. Yeah, so they released a song for Terrifier. They released a song called A Work of Art, and they released the music video. Now, I had originally thought I would do a reaction to the music video when they released it. One, Milton kind of messed that up. And two, I decided to pre-watch it. And it's a good thing I did, because this music video was so freaking gory. I loved it. It was so good, but there's no way I could do a reaction to it. No way. First of all, I'd probably get copyrighted to hell just for the song. And second of all, I could not. Even censoring that, I could not. So, I'm not going to do a reaction to it. However, I will leave the link in the description to the video. Go check it out. It's a fire song, amazing music video, super gory. And all I got to say is The Wall of Death. If you're a metal fan, if you're a rock fan, you know what A Wall of Death is. They took it to the next level with this one. I loved it. Great song, great job, guys. I love Ice Nine Kills. They're one of my favorite bands of all time, obviously, because I love horror. Got to meet a few of the members last year. I got to meet Spencer, Joe, and Miles, so it was super cool. I'll put a picture of that up here. Super cool, super exciting. Yeah, I was super impressed by that song and that video. The song's been stuck in my head. If you're a Terrifier fan, you'll love the song, you'll love the video. And of course, they got art in the video, and it is the real art. And he also, again, for more promotion for Terrifier, because for some reason, it's crazy to me that so many people love, not horror fans, but that art is getting love from all these corporations, because David Howard Thornton, the guy who plays Art the Clown, went to Spirit Halloween and Spencer's dressed up as Art the Clown. I'm going to put clips in here if I can find them. It's so cute to me. It's so cute. I know if my brother's watching this, he'd probably cringe because he hates Art the Clown, but I thought it was so cute. Watching him shop at Spirit was so cute. And I love that they're giving him this like sort of promotion, because these movies are not for like the everyday person. Like the type of people who shop at Spirit Halloween are people who really, really love Halloween, and then people who are like the trendy Halloween lovers. You know, they like the aesthetic, they like the look, but they're not really like horror fans. They're kind of scared of everything, you know, but they like the aesthetic, they like the fun. I can't see any of those people sitting down and watching Terrifier. They'd be like, whoa, whoa. Because there is Art the Clown costumes in Spirit Halloween this year. There's an Art the Clown animatronic. I am super happy that he's getting the love that he deserves. Like, this character was so, like, when I did my podcast with my roommate last year, we did a review of the Terrifier movie. She loves the Terrifier movies. I had not seen them at that point in time, and I watched the first one and I fell in love with the movie. Haven't seen the second one, but I love the response that Art is getting and how he's kind of become this like icon in his own right. And especially from a movie that is, well, it used to be, it's not anymore, but it was incredibly low budget, done by like some fringe studios. It's definitely campy, over the top, like horror and gore. For it to be what it is today, like, I'm just saying, Universal Studios, when are we getting the Terrifier house? I'm just saying, come on, Terrifier house. Literally last year, Damien Leone said when people asked him at the panel at Spooky Empire, he said, if Universal approaches us, we'll talk. Talk to him. He'll do it. I don't care. Yes, will it be gory and disgusting? Absolutely. Will it be too much for the average person? Absolutely. I don't care. Do it. I would love to see Art the Clown in a haunted house. Like, I would love that. It would be awesome. I would be screaming and cheering and dancing to the song. Like, come on, give us Art the Clown. So yeah, Art the Clown is kind of having a renaissance because Terrifier 3 just came out. I've heard mixed reviews. I'm reserving, like, look, for me, Terrifier is not like peak cinema. You know what I mean? The first one, when I watched it, it was very campy, very fun. I laughed at it a lot. It is very gory. And for me, I'm not like a gore horror or anything like that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, I love the gorier the better. But like, there are times when I just enjoy that. Like, there are times when I just enjoy the gore. Do I prefer something that's a little bit more cerebral and psychological? Of course. I mean, again, Hereditary is my all-time favorite horror movie. Like, like, I prefer things that are more cerebral, that kind of get into your head a little bit. But you can't beat a good disembowelment. You know, you just can't. Sometimes seeing that it's wild how they do the special effects. Also, for me, a lot of the times, like, I can see where it goes from being like super realistic to kind of like, okay, that's a puppet, you know, like, yeah, you can kind of see. Plus, I used to have a dream at one point in my life, maybe it's a dream I'll follow someday later on in my life, of doing special effects makeup. And so I like looking at gore effects because I love seeing when people do really good gore effects. I love seeing how well they do with them. So that's kind of why I don't really like gore. Like, I wouldn't want to see like real stuff happen. I mean, like, there's been times where I've seen stuff on the news and I'm like, oh no, why did you show me that? I don't like watching those like shock videos where people are like real people are being hurt. No. But like fake stuff doesn't bother me. Like, fake stuff, I'm just like, it's fake. Yeah, you could totally tell. Like the yoga kill in A Violent Nature. I still haven't seen that movie, but everybody was going crazy about the yoga kill. The yoga kill is, to me, the funniest thing I've ever seen, because you can literally see the moment when she turns into a dummy. You can literally see the moment where she goes from being an actual human being to a dummy, and it's like, it's so funny to me. It's the same thing with the hacksaw kill in the first Terrifier. You can see the moment when she goes from being a real person to a dummy, and I don't mind that. But it's like, yeah, okay, it's not super real. It's not hyper realistic. It doesn't feel too real to me. But yeah, so give it up for Art the Clown. He's having his moment. We're happy to see this man. He's doing his thing. He's living his best life. And I can't wait to see Terrifier 3. I need to see Terrifier 2 first. Coming soon to a living room near you, I guess. So yeah, I might save the Terrifier 3 review till Christmas time because, you know, hey, it is a Christmas movie. I'm kidding. It's not a Christmas movie, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. So that's the first thing about horror movie news. The Silent Hill and Until Dawn remake video games dropped like within weeks of each other, and I have refused to watch anything. Now, the only thing I will say is I did see for the Until Dawn remake, what the heck did you all do to Jess's shoulders? Why are her shoulders so thin? I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of that and throw it on the screen, because what is going on with this woman's shoulders? And B, I heard that there's a way to save Josh. If you've never played the game, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but there's a character that you can't save in the game named Josh, but apparently in the new game there is a way. I don't know how. Again, I'm trying to not look up anything about this game because I do eventually want to play it. I love Until Dawn. It's one of my favorite video games, so I'm hoping I can get my hands on a copy. And then, of course, the remaster of Silent Hill 2. Y'all don't really know me that well because I haven't really talked about my favorite video games, but Silent Hill 2 is my favorite horror game of all time. I am so upset that I do not own a PS5 and I can't play that right now, because that would be my entire life right now. Silent Hill 2 was like a cultural reset for me. I love the Silent Hill franchise. Silent Hill is like one of my favorite. I even like the movie. I know a lot of people don't like the Silent Hill movies. Well, I don't like the second one, but the first one is so good. It's so good. I don't even care that it's not following the canon. It's just good. It's gory, it's fun, it's creepy, and it has all of your favorite monsters. Like, why are you complaining that Pyramid Head is there? Pyramid Head is amazing. I'm not going to complain that he's there. I don't care if he's James's monster. Yeah, you're right, he is James's monster, but I'm glad that he was there. I'm glad that Pyramid Head was there. So yeah, the games look good from the little bit of gameplay I have seen. I've been refusing to watch anybody play through it because I want to play through them by myself. Eventually, if I had to get a PS5, I will play through those games, and I'll let you know what I think about them. But, yeah, I'm really stoked that we got Silent Hill content, like, for real this time. I really hope this is a franchise that they can revive, like a dead franchise coming back to life. Like, that would make me so fundamentally happy if we got our Silent Hill back, because Resident Evil has been doing so well. I never was a big Resident Evil fan, but I am now because the games, the newer games and the remasters have been incredible. I want Silent Hill to get the same love and the same treatment. So, and I think a new generation of, gamers need to know how awesome Silent Hill is, and they deserve to know that. So I'm really happy about the return of Silent Hill and the remaster of Until Dawn. I'm going to close out this video with a quick little movie review, because I watched a movie that everybody was raving about last weekend, and I was sorely disappointed. I watched the movie Oddity, and I don't have a lot to say about it other than, why were you guys scared of this movie? Is this one of those ones I had to see in theaters in order to find it scary? Because I can't really understand. There was a couple of really good jump scares. I will say the camera scare was really good. The camera scare got me. But other than that, the movie just made me angry. The ending just made me angry. I wasn't crazy about it. I think it's low on my list. That's like, I feel just as, like, kind of the same about that one as I did with Late Night with the Devil. Like, it's like, you guys really gassed this one up, and wow, I didn't care for it all that much. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. That's reserved for Barbarian. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. On a scale of 1 to Barbarian, I would say it's like at least 3 places up from Barbarian. But yeah, I wasn't crazy about it. I didn't really get why it was like considered one of the scariest movies of this year. Maybe it was something I needed to see in theaters in order to understand it. There's a lot of good stuff in that movie that I felt could have been expanded on, and it wasn't. The only reason I'm just tacking this on at the end of the video instead of doing a full video about it is because I don't want to do a full video about it. I don't really have much else to say other than that movie was not one of my favorites this year. It is definitely not even in my top 10. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my review on Oddity. I give it like a 2 out of 5 skulls, if you want to really know. I mean, there were some good moments and some good stuff in there, but it didn't deliver on any of the stuff I was expecting it to deliver. So maybe I'll watch it again. It could have been because I was stressed about the hurricane, it could have been. Because I also watched I Saw the TV Glow right before Helene, and that movie just infuriated me. I understood it before anybody comes for me and is like, it's a trans allegory. I understood it. Just the ending made me really mad because I wanted to know. I don't want to spoil the ending for anybody that wants to watch that, but I wanted to know what that kid was going to do. He wasn't a kid at that point, he was a grown man, but what he was going to do with the knowledge he just found out. It didn't give me any clear answer. It was just like, okay, all right, well, and everyone has a different interpretation of whether he, followed his followed his reality, or he stayed, you know, back where he was. Like, everybody has a different interpretation, and I was like, you could have been a little bit more clear. You could have given me a little bit more of a resolution for this character rather than leaving it open ended. Other than that, I mean, the movie actually wasn't that bad. It just made the ending just made me mad. The movie was pretty good. It made me incredibly uncomfortable, and I'll never watch it again. And I don't think I can recommend it to anybody because, wow, it made me so freaking uncomfortable. It wasn't really a horror movie. It was a horror movie. It was a horror movie. Because it stuck with me for like a good week after I watched it. It made me feel like I had lost my mind a little bit. It was a weird movie, and I applaud them for doing a great movie with what they did. It's super creepy, super eerie, very 90s, obviously. But yeah, no. Definitely, do not recommend I Saw the TV Glow. I don't recommend it. It did mess me up a little bit. I'm like kind of dissociating thinking about it. Okay, I don't want to think about that movie anymore. Let's wrap this video up. So yeah, this is probably the weirdest video I've ever done because I had no plan and I just was talking about everything off the fly. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. We will be back to regularly scheduled content and regularly planned and scripted content next week. Maybe later this week. We'll see how I feel about all of that. But yeah, no, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being patient. Again, I'm going to leave all the links to the description for all the different ways you can help all the people who are affected by Helene, by Milton. I will also leave the video for a work of art, totally different tonal shift, but if you want to watch that, if you've ever heard of Ice Nine Kills and you haven't seen that video, you need to watch it. If you haven't heard of Ice Nine Kills and you can handle and stomach a lot of gore because you know the Terrifier series, you need to watch it. If neither of those things sound good to you, I'd advise skipping it. But yeah, socials. I am on Instagram. I am on TikTok. I am on Threads, kind of, sort of. I'm trying to get back on social media. I say this every video, but I still haven't gotten back on social media really. But I am on Threads and Instagram. I am _creepy critiques, and on TikTok I am just creepy critiques. So you can find me at any of those places if you want to holler at me. And yeah, keep an eye out on this channel because we're going to be doing a lot of fun, spooky content for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you next time with another creepy critique.